I can show you a brief demo how mobile applications can be created in the Qt. So it has the Qt comes with a great development environment. You can do it on the variety of platforms. For me, it's kind of a miracle. It was never possible before. I can do Nokia software on my Apple laptop, and I can do the remote builds. But it shows you that there is also quite nice visual environment where you can put together all kinds of the user interface elements. We don't have that much time, so I will skip a little bit the video, so I can. That's much code that is going to be typed, and in the end, let me show you that we can have the application running on the desktop that does some magic, and font selection, etc. And at the same time, again, without any kind of changes, you can have this application running on the Nokia device, and it's pretty nice. So this is one way of making the applications. There is another way how you can do Qt applications. There is an amazing graphical engine called Graphics View, where you can do animations, hardware accelerated animations, and you can do amazing things. And just with the different graphical assets, you can target a variety of devices, just like I showed you at the beginning of presentation. And for those guys who are doing the Windows Mobile software, like here in Finland, it's quite rare. But for example, this summer I was lying on the beach on a Crete, and there was a waiter coming, taking orders, and he had some scent-proof, rigid mobile device taking orders, and I couldn't resist and ask, can I take a look? It was a Windows Mobile device. So there's a huge amount of industry or industrial casing for the Windows Mobile devices that are still going to be out there, and the cool stuff that you can do the same, you can apply the same code and run it on a Windows Mobile device. What I'm going to show you, I do have, of course, the quite big part of the presentation about Windows Mobile, but I will just again skip to the all build process, and I just show you that exactly the same application, even that it's kind of ugly, but it's running on the Windows Mobile device. Yeah, you can apply, you're supposed to apply the layout, managers, etc., etc., but it was just a point that you can just drop the code, push the compile button, boom, it works there. Okay, here is the thing. And that's the first part of my presentation. And now I'm gonna jump, actually, I will skip some demos. And I'm gonna jump to the second part. iPhone web apps. Why I'm talking about this also? Because this is something that is largely ignored in the development community. The trick is, App Store brought us so many things, and everybody is trying to do all kinds of app stores on their mobile platforms. But the thing is that, do you know how many registered iPhone developers out there? I'm talking only about registered. 600,000. 600,000 registered iPhone development accounts. Every account can be a company, etc., etc. It's huge. Can you really make money there if you are going solo? The competition is crazy. It's really tough. Where the business, the big brands are there, so it's almost impossible to compete there. Of course, there are geniuses that can get through, and they will get through, but we're talking about a handful of people. Okay, we're talking about hundreds of people. We have how many people here there? Is there a chance that you're going to have a living? You can make some money to buy the sandwiches. But can you make a living out of the iPhone development in the App Store? It's extremely difficult. And the main question when customers coming to us, we're asking, why do you want to make an iPhone application? Because you want a presence? Yes. It's iPhone App Store is a good portfolio when you're looking for a job. You can say, I have iPhone application in App Store. Nobody buys it, but they have it. Then, if you have just a front end, you want to have a front end to your web service. Again, do you really need a native app? Are you going to have all the platform integration? And of course, the trick part, everybody wants to be a millionaire because they read those stories that, hey, some guy did 2 million out of the application. So that's why we're telling to our customers, make the web application, because with today's tools, you can make unbelievable iPhone web application that look and feel just like a normal native. Look at this. It behaves like a native iPhone application. So you have all the scrollers. It's a standard iPhone user guide. Standard Coco Touch user interface elements, selectors, etc., etc. But it's a web page. It's not an application. So how you do this? You can do it manually, or you can do it with the tools. And if you have a good tool, it got to be something that's called Apple Dashcode. It comes for free with SDK, iPhone SDK, and the funny part that it is very old tool. It's been available ever since, do you know what is Tiger in the Apple world? It's like 2006, the macOS 10.4. So it was created at that time to create the dashboard widgets. And once the iPhone SDK came out, it was promoted as another tool to create actually iPhone web apps. And take a look at this video, how you're creating these things in the dashboard. So it has a visual library with the elements where you can drag and drop components, and you don't have to care about the making your own CSS so that they will match the iPhone look and feel. It has some predefined functionality for certain components. Okay, let's put here, for example, the app component, and let's put some push button here. And most of the visual tools, they do have huge problem with the code that they are generating. Not this one. It comes with the unbelievable package, JavaScript package, that is totally open. You can look how Apple is doing that. It's just amazing. And you can do all the elements, and you can have the code editors and the debugging and well, all kinds of crazy things that we developers do love. It's combined in this tool. For example, here I'm just creating the element, and it's from one conference that this demo was shown. And when you have it running on the simulator, you have the visual debugging and all the other great things. So with this tool, you can just plug together your web services. You can create the user interface, and that's it. And why do you want to do it manually? Because there's lots of misconception about what is the visual development, because the tools are bad. This tool is very good. So, and if at least give it a try, you will be amazed how many things you can do with this tool.